holiday on ice. A President's Day blizzard blasts the East Coast, stopping travelers in their tracks, turning every house into a White House. Horror in the dead of night. More than 20 people trampled to death when panic sweeps a Chicago nightclub.
Also tonight from Kuwait, the U.S. strike force here grows larger by the day, ready to invade Iraq when and if the order comes. European leaders unite behind the U.S. and say Saddam has one last chance as American spy planes join the search for Iraqi weapons.
This is the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather reporting tonight from Kuwait City and John Roberts in New York.
And good evening. It is a powerful slow-motion blizzard heading up the East Coast, slow and deadly. At least 20 deaths are blamed on this holiday storm, which has left untold thousands of travelers stranded. Travel by foot, road, or air is either difficult or impossible. This is the scene tonight at Boston's City Hall Plaza, where the snow is still coming down. At least 10 inches so far, about 1.5 feet expected before it's all over. In Philadelphia, where the snow has tapered off at 20 to 21 inches, downtown looks peaceful, but there's plenty of plowing left to do. Here in New York City, Times Square, 20 inches of snow as the Great White Way now extends way beyond the lights of Broadway. Our coverage of this storm of the new century begins with Lee Cowan.
Here at WCBS 880 in the blizzard of 2003 on President's Day.
When a storm gets a nickname, you know it's bad.
Crazy day.
Dubbed the Beast in the East, the first major snowstorm of the millennium was already setting records before it was even half over.
We're asking people to stay home with their families.
Parts of New Jersey had more than 1.5 feet by noon. Philadelphia was buried by dawn.
This is a pretty rare event. That's
probably the second time in my life, and I'm between 60 and death, which is my age category.
In Manhattan, the snow levels could reach close to 2 feet by later tonight.
We've declared a snow emergency.
Emergency indeed. So far, this storm is only a few inches shy of the worst storm on record.
Traffic everywhere, buses stuck.
Torn between their voters and pressure from Washington, European leaders straddle the gap over whether Iraq should only that force could be used as a last resort. British Prime Minister Tony Blair insisted time is running out for Iraq.
Iraq will be disarmed of weapons of mass destruction, whether it is done peacefully or by conflict, by military action.
But French President authorizing force. Although European governments are divided, the public is united in overwhelming opposition to America's march to war. Even in Britain, Spain, and Italy, where the governments support America's stand on Iraq, millions marched for peace over the weekend. In London, many were marching for the first time.
You cannot fight terrorism by bombing people.
Iraq is the issue now, but the European leaders here represent a continent that in recent years has been slipping away from America. Europeans have a hard time loving America these days. Two of the issues that particularly irk them are the death penalty and America's seeming indifference to the problem of global warming. Above all, it's the way the United States seems to throw its weight around. Many feel uneasy about an administration that they believe mixes God and government, prayer breakfasts, and old-fashioned power politics.
The United States is going back to an almost 19th century posture of doing what it thinks it's in its best interest in the world and saying to its allies, you guys come along if you want, but if you don't, we're going to do it anyway.
It's an agonizing choice for the leaders of the old world, caught between a rock and a hard place. Most of them tonight simply put off the choice. Tom Fenton, CBS News, Brussels.
Turkey is also putting off a difficult choice. The Turkish Prime Minister had promised to ask his legislature tomorrow to okay deploying thousands of U.S. troops at Turkish bases near Iraq. Today, he said the request will be delayed, a disappointment for U.S. war planners. But as Bill Plant reports, the White House was pleased by other developments during the day.
The White House sees the European Union declaration calling on Iraq to disarm as a victory for the U.S. position and a setback for the French and Germans. especially coming just after NATO finally voted to protect Turkey if there's a war. As the American U-2 reconnaissance aircraft swept above Iraq carrying the surveillance process to the next level, the Bush administration continued working to cut short the inspections and get UN sanction for war. The U.S. and Britain won't offer a new resolution until late this week at the earliest, say officials. They're still working to find the 9 votes needed in the Security Council and to avoid a French veto. A senior administration official tells CBS News Washington wants a simple resolution with no tests or conditions. But if the Europeans finally decide some sort of ultimatum is necessary, former National Security Advisor Sandy Berger says it's worth the trouble.
Because I do believe that we will be stronger if we are united. We'll have allies not only in the war, but perhaps more as importantly in the peace.
A White House spokesman dismissed the weekend's massive anti-war demonstrations. He compared them to protests in the early 80s over putting U.S. missiles in Europe. They were wrong then, too, he said. It didn't lead to an arms race. Instead, the Berlin Wall came down. But there are still people in Washington, including some in this administration, who remember what happened the last time the U.S. tried to fight an unpopular war in Vietnam. Bill Plant, CBS News, the White House.
Coming up next on the CBS Evening News, American troops here in Kuwait training and trying to hold their edge for a worst-case scenario.
Go, Ben.
There's a reason RE/MAX agents average more sales than other real estate people. RE/MAX agents want every transaction to be as perfect as possible. With all their experience, they know that a little extra effort can make a big difference to sellers and buyers.
Can you fly?
RE/MAX. Outstanding agents. Outstanding results.
Gotta go right now. Gotta go right now. Gotta go.
If you've always got to go, ask your doctor about Detrol LA. It's been proven effective for overactive bladder.
Anyone need a break?
Not right now.
You shouldn't take it if you have stomach, urinary, or glaucoma problems. The most common side effects are dry mouth, constipation, abdominal pain, and headache.
And I don't have to go right now.
Detrol LA. When you've always got to go.
Now, Healthy Choice Chicken Noodle Soup has 20% more roasted white meat chicken, hearty noodles, and tender slices of carrots and celery. So it's rich in flavor, not salt.
So make the delicious choice. Make it Healthy Choice.
I'm happily married with 827 kids, so you can imagine the headaches.
Deal with a bad headache fast. Extra strength Tylenol.
On days like this, it's nice to have control over something.
Tylenol. Take comfort in our strength.
Since I had my bypass surgery, I have a new outlook on life. I don't sweat the small stuff. I take time to stop and smell the roses. And I enjoyed life's little surprises. And on a more serious note, I take Zocor. Along with diet and exercise, Zocor lowered my cholesterol to where it should be. Zocor is also proven to significantly reduce the risk of heart attack among people with high cholesterol and heart disease. And in the past 10 years, more than 140 million prescriptions have been filled for Zocor.
Zocor is a prescription medication and is not for everyone, including women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant, or people with liver problems. Your doctor may do blood tests to check for liver problems because serious side effects can result. Tell your doctor about any muscle pain or weakness you experience and about any medicines you are taking.
Along with diet and exercise, ask your doctor about Zocor and take care of yourself. It's your future. Be there.
Here in Kuwait, the government said today it will complete the evacuation of all civilians from the northern half of the country by the end of this week. That will give the U.S. invasion army now deployed near the Iraq border a free hand to complete preparations and training for the final showdown with Saddam Hussein.
Much of the training is standard, practicing to stay sharp, as soldiers always do. But here, lately, there's a sobering twist. Now, troops are practicing firing their weapons, suited up for a battlefield filled with poison gases.
It slows down the process with the amount of equipment that you will have on, but I think the actual result would be more effective.
The deployment of these soldiers is now kicking into high gear. The total number now surpassing 75,000 in Kuwait alone. Some of them are British troops, meeting their counterparts for the first time.
They love us. It's nice.
But the vast majority come from America, massing near the Iraqi border, with others scattered at bases throughout this country, putting the final touches on a huge infrastructure designed to keep a fighting force on the move, streamlining the delivery of the tools of war, so what used to take months now takes just weeks.
Moving fuel is not the most glamorous job you can have in the military. I don't think I've ever seen a movie about people moving fuel. But you have to remember, nobody can fight unless we're there putting gasoline in the tank.
Meantime, it's the old hurry up and wait. In between the meals ready to eat, or MREs, soldiers borrow a reporter's satellite phone for a quick call home, or go back to the rec tent to play some board games as a distraction from the war games. But mainly, there's wondering and growing impatience.
It's a little aggravating. Sometimes not knowing what's going on.
We just wait for the day that we wake up and they're going to send us over there.
In Afghanistan, nothing has been heard from Mullah Mohammed Omar, the leader of the ousted Taliban, since late in 2001. But a Pakistan-based Afghan news agency said today it has a message from him. The unsigned message is in the language of Omar's Pashtun tribal group. It calls on all Afghans to, quote, abandon America and immediately start a jihad, or holy war. I'll be back from Kuwait later in the broadcast with a look at some of the good luck charms soldiers here are carrying. But first, John Roberts in New York will have more of the day's news in a moment.
The new Brita Smart Pitcher not only gives you clear, refreshing water, it's the only pitcher with a digital indicator, so you'll always know when to change the filter, and your water will always be refreshing. How smart is that? The Brita Smart Pitcher. Refreshingly smart.
Do you know about the purple pill called Nexium?
I know.
I know.
You should know about it too. Talk to your doctor about whether Nexium is right for you.
Find out about the purple pill called Nexium.
Right now during Lobster Fest, we've got the best thing to appear on pizza since pepperoni. It's lobster. Try our new delicious lobster pizza appetizer, topped with fresh tomatoes, basil, parmesan, and did we mention lobster? Lobster pizza right now at Red Lobster.
We were out here trying to be the first women to trek across Antarctica when I hurt my shoulder.
For explorer Anne Bancroft, finding pain relief became a priority.
I talked to my doctor at base camp, and he prescribed Celebrex.
Celebrex targets a major source of acute pain. Celebrex helps provide strong pain relief. Ask your doctor about Celebrex. Check with your doctor before resuming activities. People with aspirin-sensitive asthma or allergic reactions due to aspirin or other arthritis medicines, or certain drugs called sulfonamides, should not take Celebrex. In rare cases, serious stomach problems such as bleeding can occur without warning. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems.
Who'd have thought something this small would turn out to be one of my most important pieces of equipment?
If you're experiencing acute pain, ask your doctor about Celebrex or call 1-888-CELEBREX.
Only new Oust air sanitizer kills odor-causing bacteria in the air.
I thought Lysol was an air sanitizer.
It's true. Lysol works on surfaces, but it's not meant for the air. Only Oust air sanitizer kills 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria in the air.
Oust is an air sanitizer.
It doesn't just cover up the odors, it eliminates them.
Spray the Oust spray, and it eliminates whatever odor there was. It smells really clean. I think it's great.
Get odor-causing bacteria out with new Oust air sanitizer. S.C. Johnson, a family company.
I love it.
In southern Colombia today, government troops continued their search for 3 American drug agents thought to have been abducted by leftist rebels. In the same region, a Colombian army patrol battled rebels who planted large homemade bombs along a country road. Soldiers examined the devices and decided to blow them up where they were. In the Middle East today, Israeli undercover agents ambushed and killed the leader of the militant group Hamas in the Gaza Strip. His car was riddled with bullet holes. Elsewhere, Israeli troops blew up the home of a suspected Hamas bomb maker. In this country, attorneys for Clara Harris in the murder by Mercedes case in Texas say they will appeal the guilty verdict and her 20-year prison sentence. Before she was tried for running over her cheating husband, Harris was interviewed by Hannah Storm of the CBS Early Show.
Clara, what's your greatest fear about the future and what that might hold?
I'm very hopeful. I trust God that He will see me through everything. I'm so glad I still have my boys because they're the reason for my life.
In this pretrial interview, which was held for broadcast until after her conviction, Harris also said she still loved her husband. The jury that convicted her of murder found it was a crime of, quote, sudden passion. In Fort Lauderdale, Florida today, Baltimore Orioles pitcher Steve Beckler died from heat stroke. Beckler was 23 years old. He died at a hospital less than 24 hours after becoming dizzy during a spring training workout. An autopsy will be performed to determine if Beckler was taking the dietary supplement ephedra, which has been linked to heat stroke and heart attacks. And that's the news from here at home. In a moment, back to Dan Rather in Kuwait, where U.S. troops count on training, discipline, and a little something extra to get them home safely.
If you've had a heart attack or a stroke, the last thing you need is another one sneaking up on you. After all, you've got better things to do. I know. In my case, I had a heart attack. Then I heard about Plavix, so I asked my doctor. He told me Plavix is a prescription pill that can help protect you from a heart attack or a stroke if you've recently had one. Or if you have poor circulation in the legs causing pain.
Plavix is proven to help keep blood platelets from sticking together and forming clots, which helps keep your blood flowing. This can help protect you from another heart attack or stroke. If you have a medical condition that is causing bleeding, such as a stomach ulcer, you should not use Plavix. Side effects include itching, rash, diarrhea, and bruising. Additional rare but serious side effects could occur. Ask your doctor.
Taking Plavix once a day helps protect me.
Find out if Plavix can help protect you from another heart attack or stroke.
Are you troubled by creditors? You're pre-approved. I guarantee
Go from fat to flat!
You've won a dream vacation!
Want to see my webcam?
Want a better way to block junk email?
Everybody loves baklava! Crispier, flakier crust!
Switch to new MSN 8. Sign up now and get tougher junk email protection, plus 2 months free. It's better with the Butterfly. Go to try.msn.com.
Don't you love nursery's pollen? Look at that runny nose and those itchy eyes.
Yeah, ragweed, it doesn't get better than this.
Seasonal allergies live to make you miserable, but Allegra is specifically designed to block the histamine that triggers so many symptoms. Maybe that's why it's the #1 prescription antihistamine.
Looks like our little garden party's over.
You can thank Allegra for that.
For people 12 and over, side effects are low and may include headache, cold, or back pain. Ask your doctor about Allegra.
Allegra schmalegra.
Allegra. So much relief for so many symptoms.
Imagine combining the stain-fighting power of Efferdent and freshening power of Listerine. You'd get Efferdent Plus. It's extra fresh, and nothing gets your dentures cleaner. Efferdent Clean, Listerine Fresh. That's Efferdent Plus.
Can't sleep? Why take a PM with an extra medicine if you don't have a backache or headache? Unisom Sleep Gels has the same amount of the same ingredient to help you fall asleep with no extra medicine. Unisom.
Coming up tonight on News Channel 5 at 6, the search continues for 2 Giles County children who are feared swept away by floodwaters. We'll have that story at 6.
Back now from Kuwait. The thousands of American soldiers here are the best trained and best equipped in the world, quite possibly the best in history. But as CBS's Byron Pitts reports, every soldier in every age has known that to endure combat and live to tell about it, you also need some old-fashioned luck.
As they prepare for war, U.S. troops in Kuwait spend a lot of their time talking about 2 things.
Hey, Grandma, what's up?
Letters from home.
Oh, this is from my wife.
And luck. The kind they carry.
Okay, this is for good luck right here.
and the kind kept close to the heart.
I carry a picture of my wife, just to have her with me, and I'm carrying a picture of my unborn baby. I got a picture of the ultrasound.
Keep a medal on my dog tags that my mother gave me when I graduated Ranger School of St. Michael. I just always keep that with me.
Why is that?
Just he's the patron saint of soldiers.
Sentimental soldiers with superstitions old as war. From a child's locket of hair to lucky boots to an old bag. Of all the ones we found, U.S. Army Master Sergeant John Hoke from Woodstock, Illinois, was the most unusual.
Well, sir, I've got this. I got this milk bone from one of the several that I fed our dog before we left.
He'll know this mission is over, he says, when his dog gets this bone. And Army Captain Martin Bowling of Chattanooga, Tennessee. This gold-plated money clip dipped in history and honor.
This money clip was given to me by my father-in-law. He carried it with him in Vietnam when he was the captain. And it got him through Vietnam safe. And it was given to him by his father-in-law, who carried it with him in World War II. And he retired a colonel, and he was safe and sound. So the best tip they gave me was hold on to this.
Holding on to family and faith in a distant land. Byron Pitts, CBS News, Kuwait.
And that's part of our world. Dan Rather reporting tonight from Kuwait. We invite you to join us again tomorrow for the CBS Evening News. From the shores of the Persian Gulf, good night.
For news 24 hours a day, go to cbsnews.com. AOL keyword CBS News. Dan Rather continues our coverage from inside Kuwait. Tomorrow, experience CBS News.
From your news and information leader.